Hey, a lot of work goes into making these videos, so if you like it, give us a like and even hit subscribe. That'd be awesome. G'day everyone. For those that don't know, I'm Dino, one of the admins in the Sticky Stump Facebook group. Hope you've been liking the group. Today I'm going to do a video on how to put Hive IQ polyhives together. Really well constructed, made out of really dense polystyrene. So no need to paint the inside of the hive like a lot of people say the bees sometimes chew the inside of the hive. I haven't seen that in my Hive IQ hives. Maybe that happens with a cheaper poly hive that's not so dense. So anyway, first thing we're going to start off with is the base. Really nice bases. So the areas that you only need to paint are just the outside and just in this area here. And don't stress, you know, if you miss a spot, when you put it together, you'll see that there's some white polystyrene showing. You can always touch that up later. The painting just protects the hive, gives it a bit more longevity. The first thing, you got this base here, just fits really nicely into its allocated area. And then you have this other metal plate. I think this is used, you can get other attachments, I think, for things like pollen traps and stuff like that. So it just sits there. And they give you all these packets of screws. Everything is named. This one is for the hive base. There's 24 screws in there. All right, so first thing I'm going to do is just screw all this base. You can see it's already got the holes there. I'm just going to screw all that together. And I have my drill set down on the lowest ratchet that it can go. And with these screws, so if you're to go really fast with your drill, you'll just go all the way down and you'll spin the screw around. So if you get it just until it touches and then just nip it up at the end. You don't want to be basically drilling the hole out with the screw itself. So we're going to put all that together. I've got all the base screwed in on this side. Now we're going to work on the underside. So what this has under here is a couple of rails. This is for your varroa board. Okay, so a couple of tracks, and then we place a piece of core flute in there as well. All right, so the tracks are really easy as well. They just literally sit in place. You cannot get it wrong. It's all these little grooves in there and everything just lines up. Okay, so we've got the tracks in place. So now we can just slide our little varroa board in the tracks. And I find if it's at the front of the hive entrance, definitely covers all the area. Okay, so now we've got that done. We want to put our entrance on. Really easy again. You can see our little doors for our entrance come up, and you can see that it just sits there in that polystyrene groove. Lovely. All right, the other thing we want to do is put these little dougs in. So what they do is they stop the doors from closing, and they just push in. And if we want our center door down, so we've got our little center door, these ones won't shut. However, if we flip these out of the way, then they shut down, and the whole front entrance will be open. They've got little magnets on them, so if I pull one up, pulls them all up. However, I can just push them down. I can have two open, close off this, etc. Really good little system. And then we have these little thingy bobs. Not sure what they're for at the moment. I'll have to look them up later. Got a little, looks like some sort of serial number on it. And I know they slide in just here. Just in the bottom. And then you've got a couple of screws. And that's the base done. Okay, so the base is all done, and now it's the lid. Now, I know this is the green lid because I've already put a green one together. So all you've got to do really is just put the screws in. The lid comes already pre-built with really nice metal top on it, really good quality. So just put the screws in just like I did before. So that's the lid done. Okay, so now it comes to the actual boxes themselves, or the sides, or whatever you want to call them. So the only surface you need to do is this outside surface with paint. Like I said, you don't have to on the inside at all. The first thing you need to do is, for your long sides, you need to put these strips on the long sides. Now, it's pretty easy to work out which ones are which and which way they go. And it should be, that's the way. And they just slide on. Okay. And I just push down the end a little bit. You just want to make sure that they're in the center. Sometimes you've got to go over to a sharper edge, and I can see a little line up here. So now I've got one strip on and it's centralised. Okay, the other side is a completely different shape, so you can't botch them up. They come joined together. Once again, work out which way it goes and slide them on. That one's much more easier. The other one was a pretty firm fit. And we do that for all the long sides first. Okay, so we have all our long sides done, and we leave our short sides. They have similar strips, but we put them on towards the end. We'll do a plastic off there. Okay, the next thing, we have this big bag of corners. So they're all joined together, so they've been pre-moulded with the little joiner in the middle where they squirted the plastic through. And good thing is just break them off. Okay, so with these, you can see where you break the plastic off, it leaves a little piece of plastic standing up. So it's a good thing to get rid of that. So the best way, pointy nose pliers pulls it off, or you could use a file and just quickly file that bit flat. Okay, the next thing that I'm doing is just putting on the corners, and they're really simple. They just slide on. Later on they get screwed in, and you just slide them on. And we'll do this on all the long sides first.